Good morning. Good morning. This is Charles Coachman and Lana Ferguson,
Right.
and this is Bay Area Let's Talk the Holy Bible. Bay Area Let's Talk the Holy Bible. It is Saturday, March 26th.
Oh, where'd March go?
It's gone, baby.
That's
45 degrees in San Jose, California. What do we got in Kearney, Nebraska?
Well, this says 30, but it seemed warmer.
Well, when you have the room heated up to 70, it might seem a little warmer.
Now I had to come. I had to make a little
Oh, my.
drive. Remember, I had to make a little drive. Well, anyhow, 30 didn't feel bad this morning.
Oh, that is good. That is good. All right. Let's see. No birthdays.
No, I mean, there was some on that list, but you know, Facebook doesn't do it right because when you go in there, it might not be today. You have to really check them out well. It might be tomorrow or 2 days down. So
Well, it's whatever date the person puts in there.
yeah, I know.
So
Yeah.
and I realize that. And I'm at a big zero for birthdays today myself, but I know between now and the end of the month, there's a bunch of them coming.
I know. And I need to sit down and just go through those as I need to do a whole lot of other things with a whole lot of other stuff.
Pardon me if I fall asleep this morning.
Yeah.
I might need a nap between now and 6:30.
Well,
All right.
You tried to catch up what you had to do starting very early yesterday or late yesterday. You tried to start it. Then you ended up starting very early today.
But I stayed up late last night.
Yeah.
And just watched a funny movie and laughed.
We watched basketball, and I hate to really get involved in that because I really do love basketball and football and baseball. And when I get tied up in those things, I just don't want to quit.
Yeah.
Finally had to go to bed, but I won't tonight. Duke will play.
Duke. The Dukes out of North Carolina. All right, let's look at our friends and talk about them for just a moment. Curtis Brown, Red Burkheimer, Shelley Elliott, Nancy Kurt Brand, Ashley Van Winkle, Jeff Rainey, Eric Beloved Flournoy. Eric, it was great that you joined us yesterday. God bless you.
Yes, God bless
Have
you.
a wonderful day with your family. And then Joe and Joseph and my dear friend Connie Martin, who is now out of her brace and doing physical therapy. So, Connie, congratulations.
Way to
Keep
go,
it up. Work hard. The effort is certainly worth it.
Yeah. And we have Sue Tavares, Jeanette Tibio. We need a report on you, Jeanette. Brad Goodwin, Dawn Wimpin, and Sadie Dawn. She's doing
Sadie.
So good. Sadie Dawn. You talk about inspiration. You talk about going forward and that attitude of winning. You know, it's we're praying for you, Sadie. Thanking God for you, your family, your grandma, your granddad, those people that stand really strong with you. The Wimpin family goes way back where I came from, around the Sumner area. Good people. They had a fantastic grandmother, great grandmother. So thinking about all of you, praying for all of you. Darlene Coachman, we're thinking about you, and I'm praying for you each and every day. Everything I hear, I just thank God that you're working hard and praying that your battles will be quick and that you will be doing all the things that you love to do the way you want to do them soon.
Amen.
Audra Ferguson is doing well. She got her tubes out. It wasn't as easy as she thought it was going to be, but she got those done and walking around and trying to get back up on her feet. And she's been blessed with her group, her dental group. Every day they're bringing the family food. Every day.
Awesome. Awesome.
Oh, beautiful friends. And may you rest in peace, Keith Landreth.
Amen, Keith.
Yeah, we know that you and Fitz are probably visiting and having a good time, and all the other people that you love, that you know. Uh, we're also praying for those that have been affected by the spring storms and everything else that's coming about. We're praying for all the people of Ukraine. Actually, our prayers are with our own country, our own state here in Nebraska, the congressman that's been tried and convicted. We are praying for you, Jeff, and for your family.
Mm.
And anything else that you can think of?
Well, the people of Ukraine, that is a huge one, because apparently there was a shelter where they had it written in Russian that there are children there.
Oh, no.
And there was a bomb that hit, and they believe that at least 300 are dead. So
Oh, my, Charles.
it's
Oh, no.
madness. And they had the place well marked that there were children in the facility, and written in Russian so it could be seen, and it was targeted and destroyed. So they estimated 300 dead, but they expected the number to rise, and it's just horrible. This is just something that should not happen. But when you have a person that is just hellbound on trying to recreate a country that has went away peacefully and let other people live peacefully for 30 years, or for the better part of 30 years, and then just become destructive and horrific. And I think that they ought to be pulled out of every community that they belong to, whether it's the United Nations and whatever other groups. And to have these people negotiating for us with the Iranians, there is no way in the world that this country should be, and I'm speaking of Russia, negotiating for us. And it's a horrible thing.
If you take a good look, and I have studied that deeply, we do not belong in the United Nations. The United Nations is not fair. NATO is not fair. And if we're going to stand strong in this world, we need to be out of there also. And you know what, Charles? We need to pray that God will unveil the evil ones in this world. They need to be unveiled, because I know we all want to focus on this one man, but there's a lot going on in Ukraine. And I don't know who all, but there's more than one that's to blame in this.
There are, but the one that's killing innocent people is the one who is doing the true damage.
We think it looks that way.
Well, it is that way.
Deceiving.
I don't think that there's any deceiving when it comes to that. Now, they may not have in Ukraine great people leading it, but they are certainly standing up for their rights as a free and sovereign nation.
I don't think it's coming from Ukraine.
Okay.
No.
All right.
I think those people are working very hard to keep safe and keep everything going. I just think there's so much evil in this world that.
Well, there is. So now let's get back to the evil of biblical times. We're going to go and read from the book of Psalms, chapter 83, 1 through 18. And we're going to talk about some of the countries that were doing some mighty evil things back then. And then we're going to take a look at John 9, 1 through 18, and we'll finish up that chapter tomorrow. And as always, put on the whole armor of God. You got an opportunity each and every day. Put on the whole armor of God.
Yes.
And let's see who's joined us this morning. Kathy Sherritt's Carbajal.
Kathy.
Good Saturday morning, Charles, Lana,
Kathy.
and all. Up early making
Oh,
cupcakes for our grandson Archie's second birthday. Happy
happy
birthday,
birthday,
Archie. Happy birthday, Archie. And let's do a little sugar.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy
Eddie's probably
birthday,
going,
dear Archie.
Grandma, what's
Happy
going on
birthday
here?
to you. All right. And have a wonderful day to all. Kathy, you and Arnie, your grandchildren, their parents, have an awesome day.
Awesome.
What a fun day. We get to celebrate Terrible Twos. Here we go.
Oh, wow. I'll bet he'll be a blessed little 2-year-old.
Well, they'll just have him working on the farm. So
Oh, yeah.
he's going to learn.
Yeah.
He's going to learn. He's in a good place. Frank Nail, blessed Saturday morning. Charles and Lana, have a great day. Frank Nail, you also, you have a wonderful night, and God bless you. Wonderful morning to all here. Blessings and be safe. Frank Nail, you also enjoy. Yes. Thank you for joining us. Diane Kazuras, hey, hers. Good morning, everyone. Have a blessed day. Diane, day, you Diane. And David have a wonderful day. Enjoy it. Should be.
It's a Saturday.
It's a Saturday. It's a Saturday. Saturday in the park. Frank Nail, amen,
oh, wow.
Amen. And then Kellyanne, morning, Charles and Lana. Kellyanne.
Look at you. The three of you are so beautiful.
The three amigos. Amigas.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful women.
Awesome. Kellyanne, I'm glad you guys had such a wonderful time back there.
Oh, yeah.
And I look forward to hearing more about it here in the near future.
Teresa was so pumped about their time, and she and Kellyanne are pretty close there. I think, 45 minutes or something like that apart.
Oh, I have no idea.
I'll bet that's a duo to deal with when they get together.
And I know Glenn Morshower's in Savannah, Georgia, so I hope they've all been able to connect with Glenn.
Hey.
Down there filming his latest TV project.
And what is the name of that? What is that?
I don't know what the name of it is. I don't know if it's been announced. I just know it's a project that's going to be released in the fall, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, and I want to watch that.
And, if you're down in Georgia, stop in Savannah and say, hey, Glenn, let's go have coffee. Let's go have a meal. Enjoy it. All right. Let's go ahead and pop into our reading. We are going to start with chapter 83 of Psalms.
Chapter 83.
And happy birthday, Archie. Yes,
yes, Archie. I wish I was there to eat a few of your cupcakes. I'll bet Grandma did
I might have to make that drive.
Huh?
I might have to make that drive. Cupcake time.
Let's fly. No.
Yeah, I'm not flying that close. I fly low when it goes.
You fly low. Well, yeah, because you're not that far from the cupcakes.
Yeah. All right. Chapter 83 of Psalms.
All right. The theme is combating God's enemies. This psalm is a prayer for God to do whatever it takes to convince the world that he is indeed God. Someday all will recognize and admit that God is in charge. O God, do not keep silent. Be not quiet. O God, be not still. See how your enemies are astir, how your foes rear their heads. With cunning they conspire against your people. They plot against those you cherish. Come, they say, let us destroy them as a nation, that the name of Israel be remembered no more. With one mind they plot together. They form an alliance against you. The tents of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Egrites, Gebal, Amnon, and Amalek, Philistia with the people of Tyre. Even Assyria has joined them to lend strength to the descendants of Lot. Do to them as you did to Midian, as you did to Sisera and Jabin at the river Kishon, who perished at Endor and became like refuge, refuse on the ground.
Mm. Make their nobles like Oreb and Zeb, and all their princes like Zebah and Zamuna, who said, "Let us possess for ourselves the pastures of God." Oh my God, make them like the whirling dust, like chaff before the wind, like fire that burns the forest, and like a flame that sets the mountains on fire. So pursue them with your tempest and terrify them with your storm. Fill their faces with dishonor that they may seek your name, O Lord. Let them be ashamed and dismayed forever, and let them be humiliated and perish, that they may not know that you alone, whose name is the Lord, are the most high over all the earth. And that was Psalm 83. That was the last Psalm of Asaph. So, Lana, what are you looking at there? What are you seeing?
Well, as you were up early doing your tasks that you wanted to get done today, God, as I woke up early and I was kind of checking the time because I tend to oversleep and sleep through alarms. As I was praying, God spoke, and it was like, I am the beginning and I am the end. Because I've been praying for everything that's going on. There's a lot of things that are going on, not just politically, but I mean politically, yes, but they're taking the light, and I didn't know about the children. But he kept reassuring me, I am, remember and tell people, I am the beginning and I am the end. I am the one that wins. And now we go to Psalms 83. And what is being reflected here? God wins. All these people, they were out thinking they could beat God. They could be in control. It's a matter of control. Who's going to control? Isn't it amazing how everything that goes about and all the wars and everything that goes on is all about control? It isn't about love. It isn't about peace. It isn't about good. It's about control. And here he's saying, cover their faces with shame so that men will seek your name, O Lord. And that's what we should be praying. Cover our faces with shame. Let us know who it is and cover their faces with shame because God wins.
Well, think about today and Israel.
I know.
Surrounded by countries that absolutely hate them. Now there is a bit of peace going on with Israel and other nations around them, but there are still those that want to wipe them from the face of the earth. And so I was thinking about that versus the countries then that had grown out of what God had created. And it says greatness of the opposition. I'm going to read a little bit from the commentary that I have. The psalmist rephrases the intent and the manner of the opposition. The nations are against the Lord himself, and not just against God's people. They have made an alliance against him as an expression of solidarity. The psalmist further specifies 10 nations who hates the Lord: the Edomites, the descendants of Esau; the Ishmaelites, descendant of Ishmael; the Moabites, descendants of Lot; the Hagarites, a nomadic tribe living east of Jordan; the people of Gebal, uncertain. It's just saying that they're uncertain where they came from and who they were descended from.
Right.
The Ammonites, also descendants of Lot; the Amalekites, a nomadic tribe descended from Esau; the Philistines, the people of Tyre; and the Assyrians, Israel's enemy to the north. All these countries hated Israel at that time, but as much as they hated Israel, they hated God.
You know, mine says the descendants of Lot refers to the Moabites and the Ammonites.
Yep.
Is that what you said too? I didn't know which ones
Yeah,
were.
the Moabites, descendants of Lot, and the Ammonites, also descendants of Lot.
Think of that. It's all about those that wanted their own way. They wanted their own control. They wanted to do what they wanted to do, and they knew God did not like it. The descendants of
Terrible.
Lot knew what happened there.
And those
They knew
countries
the
have
true
not changed.
story.
And those
No.
places have not changed. They still want Israel dead. And our God is not a God of theirs.
Well, and look at the different governments that come against God. Look at our own nation. I mean, the fact that 300 children or more may be gone, which breaks my heart. I can hardly talk about it here. But how many babies are aborted and killed in this country on a daily basis? And nobody winks an eye, blinks an eye, goes out and says, this has got to stop. This is murder. We've got to have a better way. Charles, God isn't easy on his enemies. And he wins. And why can't if people would just look back and say, hey, we are fighting a losing battle here. This is not going to turn out well.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep, I do. And that's a big deal with one of the things that Darlene and I talk about an awful lot, because since Roe versus Wade, we have lost a whole generation of people. Absolutely. We have lost over 60 million babies due to abortion. So it's something that the whole world should be concerned about, but especially an enlightened people, a people who say we're with science. Well, we can see what a baby is made of and how it looks after only a few weeks. It is not a blob of cells. It's a developed child.
It's a creation of God.
It's a creation of God, and that's
a creation of God that is a person. And Amen. Every baby that has been slaughtered in the womb, out of the womb, is now living with God in the heavenlies. We forget that. These are spiritual beings. God created them. That's the thing that bothers me the most. There is a child in heaven, and we know that because, the word says that we all must become like children in order to enter heaven. There's a child up there that God made his own after he created that child, and someone here decided they would destroy it.
Amen. Amen.
And there's forgiveness for that.
And there is. And there's something I want to talk about, but let's go ahead. I'm going to say, Tom Ginn, good morning. God bless you, Tom. Good morning.
Hey, Tom.
Redox matters. And then God is in control. And that's something that we need to remember.
Absolutely.
No matter how much we think we are in control, we're not. All right, let's skip on over to chapter 9. And Lana's going to pick up the first 12 verses. We're only going to read 18 verses, and we will finish up tomorrow. So good morning, Tom. God bless you. God bless everyone that's watching this morning.
Yes. Jesus heals the man who was born blind. As he went along, he saw a man blind from birth. His disciples asked him, Rabbi, who sinned, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? Neither this man nor his parents sinned, said Jesus, but this happened so that the work of God might be displayed in his life. As long as it is day, we must do the work of him who sent me. Night is coming when no man can work. While I am in the world, I am the light of the world. Having said this, he spit on the ground, made some mud with his saliva, and put it on the man's eyes. Go, he told him, wash in the pool of Siloam. This word means sent. So the man went and washed and came home seeing. His neighbors and those who had formerly seen him begging asked, Isn't this the same man who used to sit and beg? Some claimed he was. Others said, no, he only looks like him. But he himself insisted, I am the man.
Verse 10 and 11 and
How
12.
then? Okay, I'm sorry, Charles. How
You're
then
welcome.
were your eyes open? They demanded. He replied, the man they called Jesus made some mud and put it on my eyes. He told me to go to Siloam and wash. So I went and washed, and then I could see. Where is this man? They asked him. I don't know, he said.
Mm. They brought to the Pharisees the man who was formerly blind. Now it was the Sabbath on the day when Jesus made the clay and opened his eyes. Then the Pharisees were also asking him again how he received his sight. And he said to them, he applied clay to my eyes, and I washed, and I see. Therefore, some of the Pharisees were saying, this man is not from God because he does not keep the Sabbath. But others were saying, how can a man who is a sinner perform such signs? And there was a division among them. So they said to the blind man again, what do you say about him since he opened your eyes? And he said, he is a prophet. The Jews did not believe it of him that he had been blind and had received his sight until they called the parents of the very one who had received his sight. That is chapter 9 of John, verses 1 through 18. We're going to finish up the rest tomorrow, but this is just a great story of Jesus saving a man and bringing back his sight, or bringing his sight that he had never had since birth. And we're going to learn more about what his parents had to say, but it is going to be good. So I'm going to read 9:3 real quickly. It was so that the works of God might be displayed in him. And it's always dangerous to assume that some sin is to blame for a physical ailment. In this case, Jesus said that God designed the man's blindness to provide a platform for demonstrating his glory. So there's
it was a common
that's
belief.
what Jesus said about the man.
A common belief in Jewish culture was that calamity or suffering was a result of some great sin. And this is how Christ used this man's suffering to teach about faith and to glorify God. Yeah, we even hear that today, don't we, a little bit? If someone, well, it must have been a sin.
Must have been a sin.
Must have been a sin.
Well, I am sure that it happens every day. It's something that person did, and it brought it on them. Okay, well,
and we're
let's see
the
how that person comes out of it.
Yeah, and it's really easy to condemn. It really is, and to judge on. You don't tell people how much I
Much
judge.
easier to condemn. Much easier to condemn a person.
Yeah, Charles doesn't condemn like Lana does, probably. He's a little easier on people. You really are easier on people. I'm kind of hard on people sometimes.
I used to be rather tough on people. But I also learned that, you know what? It all comes back to you.
It does. You find yourself.
Yeah. It all comes back, and we have to keep an eye on ourselves. And that's why I am not as judgmental about people as I once was. And I think as you mature, that happens.
Well, I'm older than you, and obviously it's taking me a long time to mature. Just give me pie, and I'll be real happy.
Bits of time.
I won't judge you anymore. No.
Hey, it happens. It
I had
happens.
a little granddaughter send me a message in Messenger.
Saying, straighten up,
Yeah.
Grandma.
What it was Grandma. And then going down, sorry. And a personal, I'm really sorry about that. Always means so much, but that just bent my heart. I mean, it was, what I'm saying.
Hey, and sometimes it's hard even for little kids
Yeah.
to say they're sorry. And it's even harder for adults at times.
But it was so sweet because she'd gone a long time. It was a real big battle for a 10-year-old, And then Grandma, sorry.
Well, that just means she's getting some good guidance from her parents.
No, she is.
And her
She's
grandmother.
Yeah.
So let's end it there. That's a great place to live when we are getting some forgiveness and some apologies going. I want to thank everyone for joining us this morning, especially Lana.
Oh, and you, Charles.
Grateful for her to be here each and every day. Want to thank all of you that are watching and listening today. I hope that you pick something up from both of those lessons, from both of those readings, and we'll finish up in John tomorrow, John 9 tomorrow. And it's a great story. It's just something that's a miracle, but we had people that didn't want to hear about the miracles from Jesus, and they didn't care when it was.
Yeah.
But we're going to learn more about it. So I want to invite everyone tomorrow as we continue to walk our way through the Bible, and want to end this with the words of our buddy Fitz. Have a red letter day. God bless you. Enjoy your day. Happy birthday, Mr. Archie, young Mr. Archie.
Eat an extra cupcake for me, Archie.
Oh, please, please throw me one. I'll catch it. All right. God bless everyone. Have a wonderful day. Look forward to seeing you on Sunday. Sunday.
Fun day, Sunday.
Everyone have a great day. Enjoy your Saturday. Maybe Saturday in the park is right for you.
Amen.
God bless. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.